Hello, hello, hello. We are in the time of Aquarius, the time of information. I'm sure many of you knew that. That's why you are hearing and seeing so much right now as far as people learning a lot of things that they did not know about themselves and history and Now, trust and believe you're not going to find this shit watching that freaking very programmed and trained brained news. Yeah. I didn't know people still relied on that shit. Like, how can you look at it and not understand that this is some bullshit? But yeah, you're not gonna find it there. Not at all. Why would they give you any source of information? Okay, it's the opposite. But yeah. But for the ones that know, you know what I mean? Because you know how it goes when you seek, you will find when you choose to educate yourself. Because you went to this indoctrinated school system, that doesn't mean a damn thing, okay? I'll tell you right now. It doesn't, right? The society has fooled people into thinking that they are something, somebody, and better than, or whatever, because they can retain this paper that just showed that you can retain information and act out these tasks and things and get that certificate and go out into the world and make they money. Okay? Yep. Pretty much. That was the plan. Facts. So deal with it or just stay asleep and like the rest, well, a lot of motherfuckers. That ain't true. Usually people that say that or do like, yeah, whatever. They never seeked or looked into it a day in their life. Those be the ones right there. That ain't true. Like, just because they chose to, like, that's bullshit and did not a lick of work. You know what I mean? And probably be the first ones to say they woke or some shit, or you know what I mean? With the you know what I mean? Like, come on. Nah, because if you're still thinking with the mindset, this worldliness, and you say a lot, you talk the game, but clearly we could see that you're still with this shit because you don't believe a motherfucking thing that's going on. You know what I mean? You still buying into this fairy tale crap. I mean, come on. You have a fucking brain, a mind that is amazing beyond measures that you probably still don't even realize the things that you can do with your mind. No, I'm not talking about that basic shit. Like, I can create this, I can do this. No, I'm talking about what your mind can do for your body. You know what I mean? Shit like that. The energies, if you know anything, if you really know anything about energy and frequencies, shit like that. Come on now. What you be reading? I don't know. But, yeah. Get with the program so you can really go within and find out who you are. We're not talking about this worldly who you are, this shit, the westernized shit. You know what I mean? Like, I know who I am. I'm blah, blah, blah. Yeah, now, come on now. Go deeper. I'm motherfucking talking about, do you know who you are and what the fuck you are? Not the shit that you created up in your fucking head. Okay? And to be actually honest, nobody gives a fuck about that. But who you are. Who you were before you were even on this planet. Okay? What you are when this system's identity that they gave you is not a factor, right? Where you've been before, all that shit. But you should know, right? Because motherfuckers walk around here saying they know about third eye and energies and frequencies and shit, but be the first motherfuckers to be looking, lost when you talk about this shit. So I don't know, but it's Aquarius time of information. Let's get with the shits now, because if you're still in this hamster wheel trying to get that, whatever you was trying to chase before, I think it's about time you switch it up and realized there's a whole lot more. That right there was never going to be your get down. Okay? But you are worth so much more. You can do so much more. You're greater than that. Right? That system that you're trying to run in this wheel for purposely kept you away. All of us. Believe it or not. You know? Because you're not believing it, don't fucking change shit for me. I'm going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? But just know that you're so much more, so much greater than you will ever fucking know. So why not go on the fucking journey? And to be able to do that, you really gotta like wash your brain, like retrain the brain. You gotta freaking deprogram that shit from what you've been taught, right? You got to let it go. It may think some of it, you may think it makes sense because this is what this and blah blah blah. But what if everything you were told was a lie? Okay, you got to go ahead and entertain yourself, play those games with yourself if you want to call them games, right? Because the possibilities are there. You know what I mean? Critically, you know, I take it back because critical thinking, a very small percentage of people can even understand what that is, right? People be like, I critically think. I know how to critically think. I think real hard. Please. All I got to do is say, what is critical thinking? And if you can't even answer that, I know you don't. Okay? I can tell by how you respond, how you act to things that you do not know. Because it's a whole fucking skill set. And it's very extensive. And it requires so much to be able to do it. That just by one's word, reactions, and all that, and then some tells you, not a critical thinker. That's how easy it is just to know, and then that's how far removed people are from it. Because if it wasn't taught, and you would remember, you would know. Okay? It's not a fucking glossary, dictionary word. That shit was a whole freaking, could have, you know, if it was left in the school system, it would have been like a whole, you know, a whole subject, like if science and English lit and math and all that stuff would be like critical thinking, because that shit, it would have probably been a few years. Real life shit. Because I speak about critical thinking a lot in different platforms and shit, get different responses and things like that. And yeah. Motherfuckers don't know. You can look into the world today and see, and that's the reason why Rockefeller took that shit out the USA school system, paid billions of dollars and put in standardized testing, because I damn sure saw the uselessness in that shit, being a teacher. But yeah, I took that critical thinking right on out, because he knew exactly what the fuck he was doing, because he said he wanted only employees. Exactly what we do to this day. Get up, go to work, get up, go to work. That's what he wanted. You to get up and take your ass to work every day on the schedule. Get up, go to work, you know, this and that. And that's why the school system was designed the way it was. It's like telling, you know, you tell kids, there's a bell, you sit down, stand up, get in line, tell them what to do. Tell them, you indoctrinate them, not educate them, because education comes with challenges where you question, you get to doubt things, and you know what I mean? Like, use critical thinking. Indoctrination is when you've given a set of beliefs or information, and it's just fed to you, it's told to you. You're receiving it, right? That's, it doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to know that that's what we had as an education system, right? Because that's exactly what it was. You didn't have a fucking choice in the math problem. You didn't have a fucking, you know what I mean? Like any type of, you know, questions or opposing sides when it came to the shit that they were teaching you, because there was no room for it. It wasn't no foundation. They didn't ask your ass. They told you, said, take this shit home too and do it at home. Bring this shit back and then test you on that shit and have the whole audacity to fail your ass if you don't get it right. That shit right there is a setup like a motherfucker. Okay? Shut up. It sure is. And if you don't think so, well, that's sad for you. But it surely is, because when you do that within schools and you give these tests, right? These tests. Do you know how fucked up that is for a human being, for kids, when some people can pass it and you can't? And then society, your parents, everybody says, well, you got to study harder. You got to this, you got to that. First of all, why are you fucking, you know what I mean? Well, how is that useful? No, that's not what you do. That's not what teaching's about. That's not a good teacher. What you do is, okay, you meet them at their level, right? Because not everybody's going to be in the same, bracket. But what you do is, don't give them these letter grades to tell you if you this or that. You just see where they're at, and you also give them encouragement within whatever they fall on the scale, right? You acknowledge what they do know. That's crazy. School gives kids fucking anxiety and shit. You already got, your peers, but then now you have to, these testing, and I've seen kids just like go in a whole different direction as far as having behavior issues when they feel like they're not that smart. I've seen it up close and personal, right? Because everybody else was getting good grades and they understood more, but as young as first and second grade. And they knew that they didn't. And so what would they always do, this is typical. This is a typical thing within the school system, is that they'll start to act out distractions and shit like that. Seen it way too often, and it gets with what? With no regard, help, a plan. Because you know why? Because it's set up that way to even be the way it is. Because it's all about the dollar bill, y'all. I mean, that shit hasn't changed since the day of dawn. So, just know, you can believe it, you cannot believe it. It don't really fucking matter. It's the fucking truth. So, deal with it. Do your homework. I don't know what to tell you, but it's the fucking truth. Okay? And if it's not, then bring your motherfucking receipts. Okay? Bring the info. Bring it. Do this all fucking day. Okay? Do this often. Okay? School system. All that and then some. Talking about it in the school system. Okay? I've been to the freaking board meetings and all that shit and see how the get down is. The audits and all that. Up close personal. As a educator and a parent. So, on that note, like I said in the beginning, we're in Aquarius, the time of information. So won't you go on ahead and allow yourself, take the opportunity, the gifts and the blessings that you have to be able to find and seek information that can actually benefit you and educate you, not indoctrinate you. Don't rely on this shit for your children, because if you do, then damn. I'm not even gonna touch on that right now, because I have no words. I have none. That's a whole other episode, if that's what's going on here. Still, to this day, after the things that we have seen. Knock it the fuck off. But good luck with that shit. Good luck. Because if you ain't paying close attention, the agenda has motherfucking changed again, and it's not for the good. So, please, don't be one of them motherfuckers that be working and this and that, and think like, oh, they good, school's good. No, you better do some drop-ins, stop by, look in that backpack, ask them some fucking questions, because you'll be fucking surprised to know what goes on, especially these last few years. But if you don't, that's fine. I mean, hey, that's your lack of responsibility, however you want to look at it. I call it lack of, because you better, and why not? If you really that fucking Gucci, you kosher with oh yeah, because you cool with the people. Please, that don't matter. They don't work for you. Okay? There's an agenda. Those are facts. You don't have to believe it once again. Because these not believing motherfuckers be the fucking last, the very ones. They be like, ooh, making all the choices. Taking all the, you know what I mean? Accepting on everything and just, you know what I mean? Just doing it all like good little, man, you better know your shit, know your fucking history, and know exactly It's the opposite. The opposite. What do you do when you know your rights or your what do you do when you know that you're living in a time where something isn't right, or you live in a inhumane, like, what do you fucking do? Huh? You talk about it, or you just come up and say, well, what can we do? Shit, I thank God that so many before us did not say that shit, because let me tell you, you just don't know. Just like I said, you don't know your freaking worth or your power or the capabilities that you have. You fucking don't know if that's your mindset. Believe it or not, you don't fucking know. Because if you did, that would not ever be your answer to nothing's going to change. First of all, to you non-energy frequency educated people, the people that understand this shit and manifestation and all of that stuff, and the fact that we are energy, electricity, you would know for a fact that your mindset, your perception, and then the words have vibration, words have power. You better know it. Then you might think more about how you be creating spells. These are facts. I do my homework, and then I just have common sense and understanding, and I listen to the words that come out of my mouth. I listen and understand things. I don't just let it be told to me and let it go over one ear out the other and then say, yeah, this is the way. You actually think, right? So, and read and all that shit. So therefore, if you are energy and all that great shit, then when you speak something into existence, when you speak on something, eventually that becomes what your outcome is, what your very existence is, right? If you're a negative motherfucker, then your situations are going to be negative, okay? Plain and simple. If you're positive and you speak, because that's why when you pray for something or you seek for something to be yours or to happen, a job, whatever it may be, a business you started, whatever, you are not supposed to think about it, pray about it, and hope that it happens. You're supposed to already speak that shit into fruition. Say that will, you know what I mean? I am going to have facts, you know? You don't say, oh, I'm broke. We're not supposed to say, oh, I'm broke. I want to be rich. No, you're supposed to already speak that shit into fruition, okay? You already got to have the mindset of a rich motherfucker, okay? Like, literally. And that's why sometimes shit don't be adding up when people have something or start something and going and it's not working out, or it's just not like really, getting to where they want it to be, because in their mind, what they're trying to do and their whole belief and mindset, it's not matching up. The energies aren't matching up. You're supposed to set that shit off and be like, yes. And already walk around like, it's done. You've got it. Right? And that energy, that vibration rises. Real shit. If we had that type of skill or machinery, whatever they use to actually see the energy and the vibration and shit like that comes off of us, even our thinking has a frequency. So all I'm saying is, if this is the case, then what the fuck are we doing? We on some whole next level type of shit. We selling some basic ass shit, talking about, okay. I don't understand motherfuckers that giggle at education or real information in education. Like, what they talking about? And then go over back to their slave-like mindset. Like, knock it the fuck off. Like I said before, it's time for queries, time for information. Why don't you go ahead and do yourself a motherfucking favor and start to educate yourself. Get curious like a kid, because, school, they really don't even do that shit no more. Get curious. Learn about your fucking self, okay? No, literally. Ask yourself questions. Like things that other people say they know about you, you should know. You know what I mean? Like, you want to know something about... I love reading about the mind, the brain, and why we do what we do, and the dopamine effect and all that stuff, that which pretty much hooks us to things, or the reason why we do stuff for that whole, effect and shit like that's very interesting, very intriguing. And the size of our brains and what certain parts do, and the very the the contrast between men and women, born men and women, how their brains operate differently. Yeah, huh? Because, our brains talk to our body, right? Literally communicates with it. So therefore, don't you think the motherfuckers go together at some point and have a different conversation, right? I don't take a rocket scientist to put that shit together. But yeah, pretty much. The soul, the spirit, all that. They try to science shit away, but it's like, yo, that shit right there, that don't be sealing and dealing shit, because first of all, you got to look at the person that came with the science. We don't know you. How do we know you are given accurate information? You see what I'm saying? When you don't question that, you'll fall for fucking anything. So knock it off unless you was the motherfucker out there doing the research. Stop coming with it's the science, it's the blah blah blah. Did you? You got to question things, but that's why we have these amazing minds and common sense. And a lot of people are so deep into, you know what I mean, the indoctrination, the brainwashing, and just the horde-like thinking, that they can't even, realize that they had this natural ability. The intuition is a real motherfucking thing. But I digress, because, I think that in these times, and times prior to this, there are those set of people that are just going to be what they are, who they are, play their role. And the role is to be a group of a group of people that just never came out of this bullshit, the fake ass reality, matrix, because this shit ain't real life. And you'd be amazed at how the mind fuck your ass up with the very things that you see to this very day, every day, your whole entire life, that you could do and be like, what? Or you doubt yourself that you did something that's awesome. But I'm telling you, life is amazing when you actually realize these things and these abilities and the stuff that you are supposed to learn and experience on this earth, so you can truly understand, know why the fuck you're here, your purpose. Not your created, your indoctrinated human living in this world existing purpose, right? Not that ego one that you created. I'm talking about the one that you would only have to go on this journey to find. But sometimes people get lucky enough to get the message, to get the calling, and they follow. See what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Some people say they read books like this, and I'm just like, well, okay, that's great, but okay, yeah, sure. You don't. I don't know. Don't fucking know. But I'm telling you, the experience, it's amazing. I have been very, very in tune, and always little, I don't know the word for it. You can call it different, strange, weird, whatever they used to call it. I didn't give a fuck. I used to have keychains that said all that different shit, right? Since I was a little girl, I knew I was my own person, my own thinker, not like a group thinking, not too easy to be, you know what I mean? I always was reading, and when I was little, I used to always read dictionaries and shit. I didn't read regular shit, even though I have books and stuff, and I love libraries, like real authentic libraries, not, audiobooks. They're cool and all, but I've always wanted a library the one in Beauty and the Beast, like where Ariel went in and they opened that freaking curtain up all those freaking books. I was like, now that, you just open up a room and it's a freaking library, biggest wall of books, best thing ever. Yeah, that's my kind of reading real, true, authentic books. Yeah, and I used to love to read dictionaries, the sources, and all that shit. My mom had bought me this encyclopedias one time for Christmas, and I fucking loved it and shit. Found out that the first test tube baby was created in 1978, the same year I was born. Shit like that. But yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. But let's go ahead and do our children a favor and make sure that they're doing way more than being on social media, taking the indoctrination that they take it from where they reside and go, and throwing these tablets and shit in front of them and thinking it's cute and thinking it's all fun and games. When these innocent ass little cartoons and shit be the very ones that don't be innocent. But if you ain't took the time out to watch them, then you'll be finding out very soon. And unfortunately, it ain't on the same level as when we was younger, because it definitely happened to us. But you ain't ready for that yet, right? Dios míos. Until next time, my friends, this is your girl, Brandy J, Real Wise Productions. All day, please. Don't forget to go over to the YouTube channel, Real Wise TV, and subscribe. And definitely go on over to the website, which is realwiseproductions.com. And when you get on that first page, click on that Amazon link to the book that you needed to buy. You're a little late in 2021. Oh, yeah, well, December 2021, I think. And now we're in 2022. But guess what? 2023? Shit. It's going to be even better. But you can still get it now. You can get it then. But it's still the book that you need. So, The Plush Life, with your host of The Plush Life, or The Plush Lounge. I might have got that wrong. My bad. But yes. Anthony Gonzalez, a.k.a. Poppy J, the host of The Plush Lounge and author of The Plush Life and Real Wise Productions CEO, or one of them. Please go ahead and check that book out. And like I said, as soon as you get onto the website, you will see it. Click it, takes you right there, and bada bing, bada boom. There you have it. So guys, that is my call to action. Please pass it along. Share this episode. Subscribe here, right here on Podbean, please. Shouts out to the Podbean team. Great platform. And keep doing your thing as usual. Till next time, this is your girl, Brandy J. Peace.